My name is E.T. They call me EDB. Pop died in 96. I was only 3. I'm just trying to get it. I'm just trying to live. Well, I grew up in Florida around my 11 brothers and sisters. So growing up, I was always recognized as Everlecia or Everlecia's little sister. And the older I got, the more I wanted to break away from being known for other people. And that has led me on this journey of being out here in California, figuring out what I want to do, and just taking action. What qualifies me to become an author at 21 years old is my definition of success and what I believe is success, which is any goal you set out to accomplish makes you a success. And it's all about setting goals for yourself and accomplishing those goals and not giving up until you reach those goals. Thriving to. This is not a book. Life-changing advice from my millionaire and homeless mentors. The reason why I say that Thriving to is not a book because I feel like it's more active than a book would be. A typical book you read and you put it on the shelf. Thriving to forces you to ask questions about yourself and figure out what you really want in life. I started Thriving to in March of 2014. I actually said in the introduction of the date and the time that I started writing Thriving to because it was more like a kind of like a journal entry feel of how my emotions changed from being unhappy to being happy with the direction of my life and having purpose, which was my book. And I think the biggest obstacle that I faced with Thriving to was the fear of what people would think. Like as I was writing, I'll write a sentence and I'll be like, okay, how would people react to this? I think that was the biggest obstacle within myself, of just breaking that barrier, feeling like I can say whatever I want. And that's one of the reasons why I decided to self-publish it, where I had control of what I put out there. The concept of narrowing your focus. I feel like in our generation we have so much access to different jobs and opportunities that we want to do every single thing that we see our idols do or people on TV or people on Instagram do without really honing in and doing one thing at a time and mastering the craft. Frustrations in my own life after having feel like all the things I have learned from my mentors and from their books and their interviews and biographies, I felt like I could have been much further 2 years ago if I had learned these things when I first moved to Hollywood. I think I want to do a follow-up book, like a part 2 version of Thriving to. The first one is basically a foundation of reaching those goals and really figuring out what you want to do. And the follow-up book would be more of continue on that journey and figuring out what's the next move and how to keep progressing in your field and whatever you started and you decided that you wanted to do. Success is the progressive realization of a worthy idea.